Hello, welcome to another session. This is going to be a short one. IVS 500 version 1 versus version 2. And let's go. Down the memory lane, started in 2003, IVS 200. I don't even have a good clean picture of this. It's that old. So it's been a while, 20 years and counting. So then a few years down the road came IVS 300. Slight improvements in terms of optical sensitivity, the form factor, the interfaces, all that stuff. And then a few years later, 2010, came the IVS 400, still more higher optical sensitivity, still based on manual focus and with one or two different configurations. The big jump came in 2017 when we introduced the IVS 500, where you got the choice of autofocus, which was a big plus and very well accepted and used in the industry. And also came a bunch of different models to meet your needs, going from the basic half a meter per second, 10 kilohertz to 2 meters per second, 100 kilohertz. So all this, like I think the big change is definitely from 400 to the 500 series. And then in December 2021, we introduced, I guess, an IVS 500 2.0 or version 2. The way you tell it's version 2 is on the back label, you see a V2 given on it. So that's, I guess, one way of telling. Um, there are a couple of big changes with the version 2. So on the outside, it looks similar. It has the autofocus and everything, just like the previous version. So what is different? Let's have a quick look. First of all, here's a summary of all the different models that you have at your, for your disposal at your choice, starting with entry level, manual or remote, basic, manual, remote, and then the high frequency comes only in remote. This is a good sort of summary, but one of the changes that is a significant change with the version 2 is, let's see if I can make this work. Yep, is this um, the fact that now both displacement and acceleration are standard. What does this mean? So displacement was never a choice before. So you had either velocity, with the version 1, or you could do acceleration, but it was using an external module, an external electronics box that you would use. So now everything is built in. So in the settings, you can choose what you want your BNC to be, whether you want it to be your velocity or direct displacement or differentiated acceleration. So you can choose. So this is a big difference. Less hardware, cleaner way to handle it. Everything, the DSP, everything is done within the software. So that's one big plus. Then the other one comes in this slide. But yeah, just to kind of summarize, you have everything you already had with your V1, so the first model. Now, what is different is this is a big one, I think, in terms of signal to noise ratio. Of course, with every version, the signal to noise ratio is getting better, but specifically between V1 and V2, we added another lowest measurement range. I mean, the users know the advantage of these, but basically you are doubling your voltage output when you compare it, when you compare 5 mm per second peak velocity range to 10 mm per second, because the output swing voltage is the same. Now, if you can use a lower range, you improve your signal to noise ratio, you can measure tiny, your resolution gets better. So everything is better the lower the range you can use without saturating, of course. So this is a big one. The other thing is the Con3, which is a port or a connector to get to connect to your laptop via Ethernet. This is for connection. This is for changing the settings over Ethernet or even data transfer over Ethernet. So Con3 used to be you had to request it and all that stuff with V1. It is always included now, and everything you need to access these settings through this port, it's all part of the system. And of course, we haven't changed the pricing. So you get all these benefits, starting with the built-in acceleration and displacement, to lower measurement range, a con 3 standard without compromising on whatever you already had with V1, and no change in price. That's where we are. So that's IVS 500 version 2. Thank you very much for your time. Let us know if you have any questions.